Everyone talks about the big cities: Paris, London, Rome, Amsterdam. These places are iconic. They're loud, they're crowded, and they're always in the spotlight. But what if I told you that some of the most unforgettable places in Europe aren't the big names you already know? What if I told you that Europe's true soul lives in its smallest corners, in the cities no one talks about, the places most tourists never even hear about, hidden gems with old stone streets, peaceful sunsets, and charm so deep it sticks with you long after you leave? That's what this story is about. It's about the cities that may be small on the map, but they're giants when it comes to beauty, culture, and emotion. There's something special about a place that doesn't try too hard to impress you. These small cities don't need giant landmarks or towering skyscrapers. They simply exist, quietly, peacefully, and perfectly. They invite you in, wrap you in warmth, and show you the kind of experiences that big cities just can't offer. These are the places where you can hear the birds, where locals greet you with a smile, and where life slows down just enough for you to enjoy it. Let's start our journey with a place that sits like a pearl on the edge of Slovenia's coastline. A city so small, you can walk from one end to the other in under 20 minutes. This is Piran. It's a postcard come to life. Tucked away on the Adriatic Sea, this town is full of winding alleyways, pastel buildings, and charming little squares where musicians play and children run through fountains. The whole city feels like an open-air museum. You can climb up the city walls and watch the sun dip into the sea. You can eat fresh calamari at a cafe just steps from the water, and you can spend your evening listening to waves gently hit the shore. There are no crowds, no noise, just the quiet hum of life in one of Europe's most peaceful places. Piran might not be loud, but it speaks volumes to the heart. Now let's climb high, really high, into the mountains of a country that's barely even on most people's radar. Welcome to San Marino, one of the world's smallest nations. But its capital city, also called San Marino, is a place that will absolutely blow your mind. Perched on a mountaintop and surrounded by dramatic cliffs, this little city offers views that stretch across the rolling Italian countryside. You stand at the top and feel like you're in a fantasy novel. Ancient towers rise into the sky, flags flutter in the wind, narrow stone paths twist and turn between medieval buildings. It's not just scenic, it's deeply historic. San Marino claims to be the oldest republic in the world, and walking through its streets, you can feel that age. You can sense the pride of a people who've held onto their independence for centuries. There are museums, local shops, and cafes where you can enjoy a cappuccino with a view of the clouds below you. It's hard to explain, but the air even smells different here, like mountain pines and time standing still. From the heights of San Marino, we now head to the soothing flow of the Meuse River in Belgium. This is where you'll find Dinant, a city that might be small, but it makes a huge first impression. The moment you see it, you'll stop and stare. There's a cliff that shoots up behind the town, and sitting on top is a fortress that's been watching over Dinant for hundreds of years. Down below, rows of colorful houses line the riverbank, and a grand church with a tall spire adds to the fairy tale vibe. Dinant is also the birthplace of Adolphe Sax, the inventor of the saxophone. So music is everywhere here. Bridges are decorated with saxophone sculptures. Street performers play jazz on sunny afternoons. Even the museums celebrate sound. But this city isn't just about instruments. It's about energy. It's vibrant, yet peaceful. You can rent a kayak, take a river cruise, or simply sit by the water and eat a warm Belgian waffle topped with melted chocolate. The food, the music, the landscape, it all blends into an experience that's far greater than the size of the city itself. Now, let's travel to the French Riviera, a place known for glitz and glam. But instead of heading to Nice or Cannes, we're turning off the main road and going up, way up, to a tiny hilltop town called Is. It's easy to miss, and many people do. But that's their loss. Is is one of those rare places that feels like a dream. It's quiet. It's romantic. It's filled with beauty at every turn. The streets are made of stone and seem to follow their own logic, winding through ancient arches and flower-covered staircases. Local artists display their paintings in little galleries. Perfume shops sell fragrances made from the herbs that grow on the cliffs. And the views. Oh, the views. From the exotic garden at the top of the town, you can see the Mediterranean stretch out endlessly below. Yachts drift lazily across the water, and the sun reflects off the sea like a sheet of diamonds. It's peaceful, but never dull. It's the kind of place that artists dream about and poets try to describe. In Ezi, even doing nothing feels like doing everything. And now, for our final destination, we're heading to the Czech Republic. Here, among rolling hills and thick forests, lies a city that feels like it belongs in a storybook, Český Krumlov. This place is a masterpiece of medieval charm. A river wraps around the city like a ribbon, and at the heart of it all stands a towering castle that watches over everything. The buildings are painted in soft, cheerful colors. Cobblestone streets twist through the old town, and every step you take feels like walking through history. What makes Český Krumlov special isn't just how it looks, it's how it feels. There's a certain magic here. It's in the music echoing from a violinist on the bridge. It's in the scent of cinnamon pastries drifting from a bakery. It's in the quiet moments when you look around and realize you've stumbled into something truly special. You can tour the castle, float down the river on a wooden raft, or just sit by the water and watch the town glow in the evening light. It's peaceful, it's powerful, and it's unforgettable. So what do all these cities have in common? They're small. Some might even say tiny. But what they lack in size, they more than make up for in spirit. These are not places where you rush from landmark to landmark. They're places where you pause, where you breathe, where you feel. Big cities are impressive. They dazzle you. But small cities, they touch your heart. They stay with you. They remind you of the simple joys, like a sunset with no one around, or a quiet cafe where the owner knows your name. In today's world, where everything moves fast and noise is everywhere, there's something healing about these small European cities. They're like whispers in a world of shouting. They invite you to slow down, to connect, to notice. And that's where their power lies. When you visit a place like Piran, San Marino, Dinant, Ise, or Český Krumlov, you're not just ticking off another destination. You're stepping into a story. You're becoming part of something timeless. So, next time you're planning a trip, skip the lines, the noise, the endless crowds. Don't follow the guidebooks. Instead, follow your curiosity. Choose a place that doesn't scream for attention, but gently pulls you in. Choose a small city, a place where you'll feel something real, a place where every corner is a surprise, every view a gift, and every moment a chance to remember why we travel in the first place. Because the truth is, in travel, just like in life, it's not about how big something is. It's about how it makes you feel. And these 5 small cities, they'll make you feel like you've just discovered Europe's best-kept secrets.